the sun actually came out today and there's tons of people outside after Christmas, Boxing Day sale and clearance, I guess, huh? And what did I read today? How about this one? In terms of, I guess, things like celebration and holidays, as you guys know, there was that accident recently with that drone show in Florida, and maybe that's causing other places to cancel their drone shows. This one says Central Park's New Year's Eve drone show is canceled after Florida accident. As it says here, this year's New Year's Eve Central Park will now have neither fireworks nor the drone show meant to replace them. The traditional pyrotechnics display in both Central Park and Prospect Park were called off earlier this month after Mayor Eric Adams banned fireworks in response to regional drought. Though that restriction has since been lifted, the parks announced they would put on drone shows instead. But on Saturday, a child required open-heart surgery after being hit in the chest by a drone at a show in Florida put on by the same vendor Central Park had booked. Texas-based Sky Elements, CNN reported that incident is being probed by the Federal Aviation Administration, which generally grants permits for drone performances. So it did have a direct effect, I guess, in terms of people's confidence in drone shows, especially when it's a high profile one, I suppose, with a large audience, which they would expect, I suppose, especially during the New Year's time too. With December 31st less than a week away, the Central Park show could not go on according to New York Roadrunners, the group that organizes the still happening midnight run through the park on New Year's Eve. The drone show, like the fireworks most years, was meant to accompany the run. The development follows a temporary FAA ban on drones in portions of New York and New Jersey and an FBI investigation into widespread reports of drone sightings. In Brooklyn, however, Prospect Park's drone show is still happening. The free Grand Light display, as a non-profit Prospect Park Alliance refers to the performance in its event materials, will go on as planned. So not everyone's completely terrified of the drones as shown there. And it makes me wonder too, there's been still conflicting reports in terms of the kid's injury, in terms of where he got hit. Some say it's the chest, some say he got hit in the face. Although it made me think just in terms of safety and so forth, because I remember reading an interview way back when it came to those Intel drone light shows when they were in the news a lot. They were saying how their drones are so light where it doesn't matter if it falls, it'll just bounce off whatever. Do these shows just require some heavy duty, for example, drones compared to what those other organizations were using? It'll be kind of interesting to see that anyways, but let's see what happens in the New Year's, I suppose, in terms of people being afraid of drones in every way now, especially when it comes to these shows. And with that thought, actually, in terms of being afraid of drones around, let's just say New York and not talk of mystery drones and stuff like that, how about this one where they're actually alerting people there will be drones around places like the World Trade Center, kind of a sensitive area too, huh? So it's kind of a good thing that they warn people. It says here, drones are flying near the World Trade Center on Thursday, but don't be alarmed. Officials at the 1st Precinct said a pre-scheduled and permitted drone flight is taking place near the World Trade Center between 7 a.m. and 5 p.m. The police advisory comes after a spate of recent drone sightings in our area raised concerns among residents. The Federal Aviation Administration has issued a temporary flight restriction for drones over New York City, Long Island, parts of Westchester County, and over certain locations in New Jersey until January 19th. The drone sightings sparked all sorts of online rumors which officials have tried to debunk, and the FBI has issued a warning against people using lasers to light up what they think might be drones in the sky, saying they had been striking manned planes and helicopters instead. Yeah, again, that's probably a good idea if it's an official authorized drone per se. And without that, actually, there was drone video posted apparently during the Christmas time where the White House had an FPV drone, I guess, fly inside. So there was this posting here from the current US president saying, "May our nation be blessed with the peace and light of the holiday season. Merry Christmas and happy holidays." And you can see it's flying inside. It makes me wonder, in doing this, is there any type of security hazards in doing this and showing everything, I guess, internally inside? The first thing I was thinking about, actually, funny enough, is even though he was flying inside, there are many drone manufacturers that restrict their drones from flying within, let's just say, certain areas, even though technically in the law, let's just say here it is a controlled airspace. Technically, you're flying indoors. It shouldn't matter, like in a lot of places, but can you imagine that? Flying a piece of hardware, let's just say for work, and then you're grounded because like the manufacturer says nope. But I guess in general, at least this is something cheerful and positive in terms of using drones to capture something, I guess, for the holiday season, huh? New Year's is almost here too. All right, see you guys later.